sounded like some excellent.
You look great.
There probably should be, but we're gonna keep this area open for us. Live from Harry Shirt Hall, Globesville's fifth consecutive live coverage of the town hall meetings.
Your job.
Live. Should I mention it's the old Westbury campus? Jim, would it be smart to mention this is the old Westbury campus? Would it be smart to mention that this is old Westbury campus? Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Yeah.
Try to refer to, sorry, it's not smart. We are no longer Old Westbury. We're Long Island.
Oh, we're Long Island. That's right. All right. So Long Island campus. Okay. All right.
You can say
I can just say live from Harry J. Sher Hall on NYIT Long Island campus. It's Globesville's fifth consecutive live coverage. Town hall meeting. Hey. Oh my God.
We should
Dude,
shoot,
we
we need
gotta-
to shoot our intro.
We gotta go.
Can you act as floor manager so you keep an eye on that door?
Well, you know what? At least we'll be able to go right to.
We are. Go.
Welcome to Harry J. Sher Hall. Here's the meeting.
There you go. Sorry, you can't. The camera. It's okay.
Dan, if anyone tries to walk in front of this camera,
Gotta be firm.
give them the old 1-2. The right one took.
No, sorry. There's a camera for a reason.
This is blocked off. So sore from sitting on the bed. Ow. This hurts. I want to stand so badly, and I never want to stand. I feel like my left leg is like. Live from Harry Shirt Hall in Old Westbury, New York, it's Globesville's fifth consecutive live coverage of the town hall meetings.
This is an event organized by the Student Government Association here at NYIT. They organize it for the purpose of creating an open forum type space where students and staff alike can come together and discuss some of the issues that are important to us here on campus.
President Hank Foley and others are in attendance today to go over the most controversial issues on the campus. Now, we tune in to the meeting.
Oh yes, we will hear from the president of the Student Government Association first, Mr. Vasiharan Sukumaran. And here he is. Some of the things we hope they bring up in this meeting and in this forum are some issues that concern us all. As commuters, for example, the potholes on the roads are really a big thing that affects us, don't you think?
As well as the dorms. And one of the problems that would be brought up today, hopefully, is the food around campus hasn't been as, good as some people would like.
Absolutely. Some of the issues that we also hope to hear about are student life activities. I can say as a grad student that I feel really isolated sometimes, and I know that there are events and scenarios where grad students can get involved, but maybe they're not being advertised in the right way because it seems I never really hear about them, you know?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Now, we tune in.
I know that somebody had mentioned to me the lighting on campus for night classes when you get out, and especially winter when we're leaving super late at night after a night class, and it might be snowing, the conditions might be precarious, and there's no, could be a dangerous situation. And our campus has so many great things to offer too. So,
What do you think should be done with upcoming the winter season? Obviously, the roads are only going to get worse from this point. What do you think should be done about the potholes now or later?
well, you know what? To be honest with you, the whole procedure that happens after or during and after the winter, the salting, the sand, the plowing, all of that is what creates the potholes. So in theory, the of before this upcoming winter season, because this is when the roads are going to get even worse, and you need clear roads to be able to have safe conditions for our students. Let's tune in now to the president of the Student Government Association.
Their concerns regarding student services. In an effort to offer a space for the student community to share their concerns surrounding student services, SGA decided to revamp the Fall Town Hall Symposium. This is why we are all gathered here today for the first Student Services Town Hall. We will have a panel of speakers from the following departments: Student Engagement and Office of Dean of Students, Career Services, Student Employment, Campus Dining, Facilities, Academic Advising, Enrollment Services, Tutoring and Supplemental Instruction, bursar, Registrar, International Education, Experiential Education, Health and Wellness, the Library, and Residence Life. Each speaker will share information regarding progress and/or changes being made in their respective offices. This will be followed by a question and answer session by the student body, where they will have the opportunity to address their issues and concerns and to better understand how NYT departments operate. In the spring semester, we will host academic forums and academic town hall. This town hall will be run the same way as past town halls have. Hosting this event in the spring semester gives more time for students, especially first year and transfer students, to acclimate to classes and identify any issues they may be experiencing. We hope that revamping it in this structure will increase attendance and involvement among both faculty and students of NYT. Thank you for your time once again, and I hope you take advantage of this event to voice any and all concerns that you may have. Thank you. To start off our Student Services panel, please welcome Associate Dean Kassam Brand, representing Student Engagement and the Office of Dean of Students.
Good afternoon. Okay, wonderful. So good to see you all. I'm so pleased to be here to share with you about student life. Student life consists, yes, of the Office of the Dean of Students, as well as the newly named Office of Student Engagement, but also Residence Life, which you will hear more about at the end of the program. The Office of the Dean of Students exists as an advocacy and support unit for all students across the New York campuses. We provide advocacy and support particularly for academic needs, but also concerns outside of the classroom as well. And so you will find that when you work with us, we are here to help you to make sense of your experience in one or more ways. If you are in a situation where you're seeking to make sense of how to be able to fare beyond some of the concerns that you face that don't position you to do well academically and you might need to take a medical withdrawal, we're able to assist with that process. If you're navigating an appeal process, we can assist you there as well. but also thinking about some of the things around crisis management and how we're able to help you to, again, make sense of your experience both in and outside of the classroom. Also, student conduct and academic integrity processes are managed out of our office, as well as dean certifications, whereas essentially when you're looking to apply for a job, often in law enforcement, they will ask if there are one or more things that you have experienced as it relates to our conduct process on the campus. And so that's the Office of the Dean of Students. Many of you know our Dean of Students, Dr. Gabrielle St. Leger, that's sitting there. Myself as Associate Dean here on the Long Island campus, and then Zena Sewell, who is the Associate Dean of Students on the New York City campus. And so again, that's in a nutshell really the work that we do within the Office of the Dean of Students. And so when you think about that entity, you really want to again make sense of what advocacy and support do you need in one or more ways, namely many of the ones that I suggested. Beyond the Office of the Dean of Students, the Office of Student Engagement really serves to provide a transformative experience for all students, again, across the campuses. And so it's about learning outside of the classroom and how can we provide experiences for you that are really going to help you to have the most enriching and enlivened experience here at NYIT. And so as we think about, again, what we do within the Office of Student Engagement, previously student involvement and inclusion, we're really thinking about, yes, how you are engaging by way of clubs and organizations, whether it be a fraternity or sorority or what have you, but also how we're able to help you to make more of your experience more broadly. So many of you students might know and are fully aware of our orientation and our first year experience program. We're thinking a little bit differently about how to make sense of that, again, with your academic colleges so that we can connect that experience in a more universal way, but also to how we're able to help you to make sense of the next step, which most students, right, you are here to ultimately earn a degree so that you can to get a job, right? So I heard a few folks say that. And so we're wanting to make sense within this idea of engagement, you to have a more robust experience that translates, yes, to you having a great time here, but more importantly, beyond your time at NYIT, and then hopefully position you to give back well in that way in the same fashion. And so again, when you think about student life, yes, the Office of the Dean of Students, but also the Office of Student Engagement and also Residence Life, who you will hear more about at the end of this program, think about us as a primary resource for to connect you in one or more ways to many of the other entities that you'll hear from here just shortly. Any questions or thoughts that anyone has for me at this point? Concerns at the end. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Please welcome David Krinsky and Angela Monahan, representing Career Services.
Good afternoon. How's everybody? Good. So I'm going to talk a little bit about our initiatives that we have in Career Services for this year. First, and this is in its second year, Handshake, which replaces our old system, CareerNet. Handshake, you guys can easily access that through your My NYIT portal using your NYIT username and password. Handshake is a great resource for students to make an appointment with one of the advisors in Career Services, upload your resume, which we can review from there instead of having to come in for an appointment, search for jobs, both on and off campus, as well as view what Career Services events we have coming up, in addition to events that employers that connect with us are having that they're inviting you guys to as well. We have a new resource that's being added on the back end of Handshake that will be live in the next week or two, and that is called Career Shift. What's nice about Career Shift is it gives you just the opportunity to go to one place to search for jobs. So you go to Handshake, you could search all the jobs that are within Handshake, and then while not even having to leave Handshake, go to Career Shift, and it will search anything that is publicly posted on the internet. So that's anything publicly posted in Indeed, at company websites, etc. The only thing it won't pull from is sites like LinkedIn that you need a login to get to. And then Career Services, we have 2 programs that have been instated. One is pretty new this year, our Career Ambassador program, that our front office is run by all students, that they make appointments for us, they welcome visitors, they set up for our events. And then in its second year, we have our Career Peer program. Ben Varghese is one of our career peers, along with Tatiana Alvarez. And so what that program is our peers are trained to advise students, just like myself or Angela or Jess would, and work with you guys one-on-one, participate in classroom visits, and also participate in our workshops. So it's a great opportunity for you students to meet with someone that is a peer, and not just one of us. All right? So.
Hi everyone, I'm Angela Monahan. Dave mentioned Handshake earlier, and I just wanted to share a couple of more statistics about Handshake. As of this morning, we had 6,000 different jobs in Handshake for our students and 11,000 different employers to connect with. And what's really unique about this tool is that these companies and jobs want to hire NYIT students. So unlike LinkedIn or Indeed, where you're competing with other local schools, Handshake is a resource that specifically had to check off NYIT as a school they want to recruit from. So that's a really unique thing about this tool. A couple of events that I saw listed in there this morning that you all have access to in addition to what we run ourselves. There's a tech hiring event in New York City. Right now, there's a Northwell webinar that's open to all the students in the School of Health Professions. And these are really good opportunities outside of NYIT that we can connect you to. On campus, we've hosted over 30 events since the start of the semester and still have probably about 10 more to go. And these include job fairs, info sessions with different companies, workshops that Dave and I run ourselves, employer site visits. I took a group of students to Canon last week, which was a really cool opportunity to meet with employers face-to-face. And then we're also trying to do more virtual events. We know that this is a commuter campus and that you have so many things going on during free hour and during the afternoon. We want to meet you where you are, so you don't even have to leave your room. You can just sign in on your computer and attend workshops that way. So we try to offer both in-person workshops and virtual for most of what we do. And the last thing I wanted to mention was that we like to team up with different clubs and organizations. So let's say you have a professional conference that you're going to. We can prepare you. Let's say there's a specific topic that Greek life wants to learn more about. Maybe they want to learn how to put Greek life on their resume. That's something we can team up and teach you whenever you want. And that's all I got for you. So now I'll turn it over to Jeff.
Hello, my name is Jessica Olick, and I am the Assistant Director of Student Employment. I am housed under Career Services, but I am also in charge of both campuses for New York. How many student employees do we have here that work on campus? Just out of curiosity. Any of you work off campus at a nonprofit? You do? No? You do?
Off campus, yes.
You love it?
Yes.
All right, so just some numbers. Last year in total, we hired 675 students. So that's both campuses. This year, already so far, we've hired 526 students. So we're already on track to hire more students than we had last year. Some new initiatives and updates that I have for you. Over the summer, I worked really closely with the IT team, and for the students who are working on campus, you've noticed that we've moved away from a paper contract and we've gone completely electronic. Another part of this system upgrade is we've added a funds management page for supervisors. So supervisors are now easily able to access, increase, decrease funds, move funds around. In the past, before this upgrade, it was very manual for many departments involved. There were many delays in timesheets. There were awards that maybe were inaccurate. So this has helped solve that issue. Currently, our system does not support a student being able to work 2 of the same position simultaneously. So they can't work 2 student aid positions, or they can't work 2 federal work study positions. We do understand how frustrating this can be for many students who want to work and get out there. So we are actively trying to work on this so that our system can support this. And we're hoping to have it ready by spring. If not spring, then definitely by the summer. And then we're teaming up with the provost department, so the department that's responsible for hiring graduate assistants. And as of spring, they will be also submitting electronic contracts through our system. So that's very exciting. We're really trying to streamline and centralize that process for all students on campus. This semester, I have rolled out an on-campus internship pilot program. The program is built for students to have formal evaluations with their supervisor, but also be able to create goals. So the overall goal of the program is for students to be able to articulate the work they're doing on campus, for them to enhance and develop the skills that they need to be career ready and successful after graduation. And then for federal work study, I just wanted to mention real quick, we had many students who are eligible for federal work study and recently had to cancel some awards just because students were unaware of maybe what federal work study was. So federal work study is part of your financial aid package. You can earn this money by working hourly either on campus or off campus. So we have a number of nonprofit partners that contact us, they reach out to us, they want to hire our students, and they want to hire NYIT's talent. So if any of you are interested in working off campus, please do not hesitate to contact me. It is an amazing opportunity for you to get out into the local community, for you to apply the skills that you're learning in class and to enhance your resume. So we're all located over at Sultan Hall, so come by and see us, all right? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Up next, we have Robert Rosito to speak on behalf of Campus Dining.
Good afternoon. How are you today? Hope everybody got something to eat. So thank you. I love this forum. Each time I come, there seems to be a different, new, exciting forum here, and this is very exciting. So everybody needs to eat, and so we're a very popular department in that sense. But one of the things that I will tell you is that the feedback that we've been getting, we met with over 350 students in fiscal 2017. We try and get in front of students as much as we can. And the feedback is very, very important to us. One of the things that we do, try and get our culinary team together and our management team together at these meetings, and then go back and talk about the things that you would like to see, or maybe some of the challenges that you see as far as the food quality, maybe, or you know, what we're serving. So the feedback that we've gotten, this year we've met with about 120 students in September with the athletes. We met with the SGA, thank you, and we got a tremendous amount of feedback. And most of the feedback we get is about having halal food or vegan, vegetarian options. Those are the two that really come to mind. So let me update you a little bit on what we've done to help you there. So in every area, every day we have kosher meals. We have vegan, vegetarian meals. They're grab-and-go meals in all the areas, Sultan Hall, Ed Hall, Ryland, and SAC. So we have that. But one of the things that we added today, actually, is we're experimenting with some food trucks. As you know, we have the halal truck that sits outside Sultan, and it also sits outside Ryland. Today, we're experimenting with a vegan, vegetarian truck. So it's outside of Ryland today. We'd like to get your feedback if you go over and see, you know, what kind of a food quality and what kind of a job they're doing. The other thing we had last week, we had a truck a Greek truck on campus. So we would like to hear your feedback as far as that. So we're experimenting with a few different items there. One of the popular one is a taco truck. We haven't been able to get them on campus yet, so that everybody seems to want a taco truck on campus. So we're experimenting with that. Let me tell you about a few of the new things that we've done. We've been asked for protein shakes. We're doing those now at Sac Servery. We're doing them at Ryland Cafe. And the other thing that we're doing, burritos at Sac. We do them on Tuesday and Thursdays, and that seems to be going over very well. The other things I'd like to talk about is hours of operation. We've been asked over the years about extending hours of operation in different areas. And what's happened is we've tried that. Education Hall is one that comes to mind, where students are there all evening and they working through the night, and they'd ask us to stay open until late. We would, and maybe we get traffic of 3 or 4 people. So we have a solution. Down at the Avenue C concept is a micro market concept that we started actually at Ryland Cafe, because they were there on weekends. The students were there studying on weekends when we were closed on weekends or later in the evening. So that's become very successful because it kind of serves the purpose. It really had nothing to do with making money. It had more to do with, you know, finding a solution and providing a service to the students there. So we thought, okay, we'll try that at Education Hall. Well, it's now open at Education Hall. Soon to come, we'll have a grand opening for that, maybe in another couple of weeks, and Diana will talk a little bit about that. So the other thing, we met with students down at Midge Carr a couple of weeks ago, and Midge Carr is a little building all, as you know, to the cells, and there's a couple of snack machines there. So we're looking at possibly putting a nano version, which is a smaller version of the Avenue C there. We have to work with facilities about a few different things, electrical capacity and items like that. So we're looking at that. We have a nano outside the Molly Rogers Auditorium as well, self-service. It has some fresh sandwiches, fresh salads. So we think that we've found a solution to being able to provide a service when possibly that the food service areas aren't open. So we'll keep you abreast of that. We've also, the chef Brian and I sat over the summer and we kind of did our due diligence, because sometimes we hear that the food is too expensive, catering is too expensive. So what we did, we went through all who we think are the competition in the area, and we looked at their menus, and what we did was we looked at our menus, and I will tell you that we are now, there weren't too many items that were more expensive, but we're actually priced below most of what the competition or the different catering providers that are out there. So we've made that more affordable. And we've also looked at our everyday areas with as far as pricing on Coke and the salad bar, and we actually dropped the prices on the salad bar. We dropped the prices on the hot food buffet as well in some of the areas. So that's a little update on some of the things that we've been doing, trying to listen to what you have commented on. And now I'd like to introduce Diana. Now, Diana Potente, her position is a crucial one, because Diana acts as a liaison between you and dining services. So you want to talk a little bit, Diana?
Sure. Hi, everybody. So my name's Diana, and I am the Dining Service Support Specialist, which essentially means anything that I am trying to get any feedback from you as students as far as what you would like to see, dislikes. I'm the one kind of leading the food truck initiative, so any trucks that you want to see, I want to hear about that as well. I'm working closely with Devin, who is helping with the Instagram page. So my number is on there, email is on there, so that's an easy way for you guys to kind of contact us as far as things you want to see. And really just, I want to speak with you, I want to get to know you guys and get any feedback and information that I can from you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Up next, we have William Marchand to speak on behalf of facilities.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's always nice to come to these events, and I really enjoy it. Excuse me. I'd like to give you an update on some issues that are happening within facilities operations. Currently, I know a lot of you are very much aware West Road is in pretty bad shape. We are working with procurement right now on securing a vendor to do some paving, particularly West Road and the other roads. We have about 60,000 square feet of blacktop that we have to work on. That is moving along, and hopefully we'll have a resolve for that, be able to get that work going. Another initiative we're working on right now is exterior lighting. I know that's always been a topic of conversation. So we have partnered with PSE&G, and we've come up now with a lighting plan with new lighting fixtures. Some of the fixtures as test case have been installed already along Main Campus Road, as well as out in the south parking lots. That program now will move along at full speed. All contracts are signed and consummated, so we're going to be moving along, upgrading the exterior lighting. We hope that you all see the improvement. Please let us know any comments as we're moving along. We'd like to hear feedback on everything we're doing with that. We've also put some new roofs on several buildings. Midge Carr, Ryland, Rockefeller, and Fieldhouse all have been re-roofed. So hopefully you don't need to have your umbrellas in the rooms anymore. Simonton House, I know a lot of you folks go up there for security. We're working to get the portico reinstalled on the building since we had the storm damage. So we're moving along with that one. For student clubs, storage facilities, been a hot topic. We have come up with a solution, and as a matter of fact, I was talking with Kassan earlier today. We have some prefab buildings that we believe will be acceptable to put onto the property with the village. I've already spoken to the village administrator. We have a little bit of paperwork to do with them, but we can have them pre-delivered, pre-designed. They're roughly 12-foot wide, 20-foot long. We can partition them internally through the facilities operations department. We will bring power out to them. So hopefully that's going to help with some of the storage problems that have been going on down at SAC and for everybody here that's involved with any of the student organization group. I know it's a little cold today, but I hope everybody's been enjoying the new outdoor furniture out in the quad. Quite frankly, Dr. Foley's idea gave me a phone call. He said, let's try putting it out there. Let's see how it goes. Turned out, I believe, a wonderful idea. So thank you, Dr. Foley. So that's just a quick update on the operations side of the coin. I would like to flip my hat over to the security side. Many of the administrators here are aware, but Tony Repolone, who was our director of security, retired. Now he's living in sunny Florida right now, enjoying himself fishing and golfing. He keeps sending us pictures daily. What I'd like to do is I'd like to introduce our new director of security here at the Long Island campus, Mr. John Espina. John, would you stand up? John comes to us formerly with Nassau County Police Department, and prior to that, John was an educator. He was a teacher. So he has a good sense of the academic life, and John is going to be a wonderful asset to our community. A couple other items on the security side. As a reminder, please, no live flame in buildings or go sternos. If you're catering an event, no sternos. We had a small fire today. Luckily, damage is minimal. No one is hurt. But just as a reminder, no live flame, no candles, no sternos. We are going to, on a capital project, be instituting lockout, lockdown. Many of our classrooms cannot be secured out, so you will start to see our folks coming around changing hardware on doors, and this way, in the event of an emergency, everyone can lock themselves in their classrooms and follow procedures. What are those procedures? Well, on December 10th, we have secured the New York City Police Department Counterterrorism Division to present to NYIT a program regarding active shooter as well as questions and answers. This is going to be held in the auditorium in New York City, 16 West on the 11th floor. That's December 10th from noon to 2. And they've allowed us to live stream it out here at Old Westbury. So we will be viewing that here on this campus in the Ryland Auditorium. So communications and marketing, external relations, will be sending out email blasts. We're an RSVP. I strongly suggest that everyone who has the opportunity and the time, please come and attend it. The last half hour of the presentation will be questions and answers. So we will be there, and this is a good learning experience for everyone. And it sort of falls in suit with lockout, tag out on the doors. So with that, are there any questions? We'll wait till later. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Please welcome Ted Mullings, representing Information Technology.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here representing Information Technology Client Services on behalf of Lori Harvey. She's attending another meeting today that she's chairing. I have a few things just to give you an update on in regards to client services. The first is we will be working on a collaborative classroom throughout Manhattan and the Long Island campus. The goal of this classroom is to provide furniture, technology, and tools that offer students and faculty the resources to provide active learning opportunities within the classroom. And we look forward to getting your input from all the students, so please reach out to the SGA leadership to get Lori Harvey's contact information and my contact information as well, so that way we could get your input into this. Secondly, we will also be, throughout the semester, upgrading displays in the DL rooms. Those are the front displays in our video conferencing rooms. We're upgrading them to larger displays, and as well as upgrading control system and furniture in DL2 on the Long Island campus and at our Manhattan campus, which is room 706. Next, for this capital project, we'll be doing Zoom-based software conferencing rooms in the Ed Hall, room 102, 103, 138, and Manhattan. That is room 1119. Also, for the 500 building, we have a project to upgrade the classrooms in the 500 building. We're adding more technology into those classrooms, upgrading any of the old legacy hardware in those rooms to our standard. And as well, we have this year as well, student-facing computers. Every year we upgrade our computers to any computers that are older than 3 years. We upgrade those computers, and this year we will be upgrading them in the SGA office, the Writing Center, Bursar Library L16, Ed Hall, room 133, 140, 203, 206, and Harry Shear Hall, 212, B18, B11, B12, B16, B14, B15, and a host of other locations in Manhattan as well. So this is just for this campus. So I have a little bit of work to do. All right. We also have a host of free software that we've been offering to students. It's available on our website. If you go to nyt.edu and search for client services, you will see a list of software such as Autodesk, Microsoft Office, Malwarebytes, Antivirus, CC Cleaner, MATLAB, and there's some more. Additionally, like to mention that Academic Computing Services is one of the most large employers of students. So if any of you students are looking for positions for next coming semester or the summertime, please stop by and see us. And lastly, we welcome your input for any of the active learning spaces or any ways that we can improve our facilities throughout the institution. Please contact us. Like again, I said, contact SGA leadership, or you can contact Lori Harvey at lharve05@nyit.edu. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Study. Up next, we have Nicole Sheehan to speak on behalf of Academic Advising.
Alrighty, thank you, everybody. I guess good afternoon again, sorry, but good afternoon. So just some of the things in the Advising and Enrichment Center as updates. A lot of you have probably come through our office as first-year students, so a big chunk of people that we meet with are first-year students to kind of help with the advising and registration process to try to make that as seamless as possible. As you kind of continue through your program, we can also help with the graduation planning to make sure you graduate in that 4-year or 5, 6, depending on your program time frame, and can also make some recommendations for any assistance that you may need if you're not meeting the grades that you need for a certain program. So we're really here to kind of offer you the resources on campus to help you get through your programs so you can go and land those jobs in the future. We have semester maps, so hopefully you guys can give us some feedback. In the past, I've heard feedback about semester maps being really handy, but if you have any additional feedback for us on those, that would be really helpful. It kind of lays out the graduation planning in 4 years and helps steer what classes you'll need to take each year. We also have peer advisors available to help if you forget how to use Schedule Planner, since you only really use it twice a year. So that's also kind of a plug. If you are a student and you're looking for an on-campus job, it's something that you can also consider becoming a peer advisor to help new students acclimate and help those who need a refresher each year to build their schedules online. Peer advisors are also available to help with graduation planning should you need it in the future. So we're really looking for students who are sophomores and above. So it's on Handshake, so please review. Just some updates. We have a central location for those of you who are kind of on the upperclassmen. We are now located on the second floor of this building in room 208, so you don't have to wander around campus trying to find an advisor, which is really helpful. The other thing that we have is we're expanding. We're actually now going to have 3 advisors starting in January on the Old Westbury campus and 3 in Manhattan, so we're really excited to hopefully be able to offer our services to more additional students, because I know there's probably upstairs a line, so hopefully we can get there and get that sorted out as soon as we can. And the other new thing is making advising appointments online. So our office, the advising appointments tile, if you go there, we try to hopefully maintain that all advisors are putting their availability to make your lives easier to build a schedule and you're not running around campus trying to find somebody who's not really here. So again, we do welcome your feedback on that as we continue to work with the academic departments to make sure that they have availability and everything is as seamless as possible. I think that's about all of our updates, so thank you.
Thank you so much. Please welcome Panis Gomilian from the Enrollment Services.
Hello, everyone. As you mentioned, my name is Panis Gomez, and I'm the director of the Enrollment Services Center, located both in the Long Island campus and the Manhattan, New York City campus. I'm looking at Hank, I'm messing up. Long Island and New York City campuses. I just really wanted to take this opportunity to remind everyone that the Enrollment Services Center is your one-stop shop where you can have all of your questions answered as it relates to registration, financial aid, and bursar. The senior specialists in our office are cross-trained as generalists, and they are definitely here to help you navigate your way and transition into the college. Many of you as freshmen are assigned to the senior specialists as well as transfer students and sophomores. Presently, 991 new starts, freshmen and new transfers are assigned to a senior specialist, and 660 sophomores are assigned. So you do have that point of contact, that person that you can outreach should you have any questions or concerns navigating your way through NYT. You would have met the senior specialists. They're located in Harry Shaw Hall on the first floor, the front desk. Again, they make appointments with students. They will reach out to you. If they see any issues, they try to be proactive in the outreach to the students so that we can get you to the services that you need. Additionally, we are blending with the Advising and Enrichment Center. That's one of our new initiatives that's going on starting in January. Some of the senior specialists that was in our office have now blended in with the Advising and Enrichment Center on both the Manhattan and Old Westbury campuses. So hopefully that will bring in a little more cross-training in our department to assist with students for their success and leading up to graduation. So that's about all that I have to say. So if you have any questions, we are here at the end, and then other departments will speak on behalf of bursar, registrar, and financial aid. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please welcome Thaddeus Gebra to represent tutoring and supplemental instruction.
Hello, everybody. So my name is Thaddeus. If you haven't met me, I'm the Director of Enrichment. I work inside the Advising and Enrichment Center. So my areas are the tutoring program, both in-person and online, supplemental instruction, and the EduPlus program. So our learning center is located right up, upstairs in Harrisher Hall 215, as many of you know. When we received this message, it says to talk a lot more about updates. So just a few of the updates that I have are the things that we've been focusing on this year. And for the enrichment side, it's really been about growth and efficiency. So in terms of efficiency, we have been just trying to make the sign up, the way students find tutoring easy. So just like Nicole mentioned, now students can go to one place, the same place they go to find advising appointments, they can make tutoring appointments as well. And that just takes them not only to the learning center, but also to the other centers that are coordinated by the math department, which is the Math Resource Center, the Science Learning Center for science tutoring, and also the Writing Center. So they're able to access all of these at the same place. Before, the sign-up process was not that seamless. In terms of growth, a lot of the Learning Center tutoring and supplemental instruction is delivered by student employees. So over the past year, we've grown by, I would say, more than 60 to 65% in the number of student employees. Because when you come and you need tutoring for a course, we have to have people available to tutor that course, and in addition, their schedule has to match your schedule. So that's always a challenge. But with the increased number of student leaders that we have, we're able to obviously accommodate more students. One other area of growth, which is coming up in the spring semester, is currently I'm coordinating these programs on both campuses, so I go back and forth. We are hiring one other full-time person. It's going to be the senior enrichment specialist that is going to be based out of the Old Westbury campus. So both campuses will have somebody, full-time staff, that will be there 5 days a week. So which we're very excited about. That will help us in terms of supervising the programs and being there for the student employees and also for the students that use our services. So that's like 100% growth in staff. So I'm very excited for that. One really big initiative that I really want to spend most of my, oops, my time is up, okay. Why am I the only one who has an alarm? Okay. There you go. Okay. So one thing I want to talk about is our new online tutoring program. So as you know, before, if some of you have used it, we have a subscription to a service called BrainFuse. I know some of you in here have used it. So that's a third-party subscription where we pay a certain amount every year so that students outside of the Learning Center hours, evenings, weekends, can log in and get tutoring services from that company. But this year we have now started our in-house tutoring program, which means there is a Learning Center New York City, Learning Center Long Island, and now we have Learning Center Online, kind of linking the two learning centers. So these are the same tutors that you would work with in person. The added advantage of that is they are students from here, they have taken the classes with you, so maybe the support they can provide you can be a little more effective. In addition, the platform that we use, everybody remember this name, is NYT GoBoard. So you go to your browser, you type https:// you have to have those, that's what I'm saying, and nyt.goboard.com. So it's live, it's there. That's going to be the platform where you and the tutor will be working on. So it has a lot of interactive tools. You can share your screens. You can text a picture onto the board. It has a graphing calculator and number line. So it's really a platform made for tutoring. So we hope that you use it and you let us know how it works. Unless students are in there and actively using it, we'll not be able to get the feedback that we need. So I encourage you to make appointments at our online tutoring location, which is available right now. And also just go to the platform and check it out and play with the various tools so that you're familiar with them when you do have a tutoring session. One other small update is, which has already happened over the summer, is that we have joined forces with the engineering department to really provide all the tutoring, student tutoring through the Learning Center. So not much has changed, but just their tutors are now part of the learning center, and they tutor. Now the engineering tutoring also happens through us, so which is great. And with the online tutoring, what I forgot to mention is also allows you to get tutoring from a student, from a tutor in the Manhattan campus, and tutors here can work with somebody in the New York City campus. So what that allows us to do is really expand availability. We expand availability into the weekends, into the evenings. So we're really excited about that. It's just getting started, middle of the semester, and hopefully, through the start of the semester, that's something we're excited to see. A couple of last things. Furniture upgrade. Yes.
We're kind of trying to make more time because it's open floor.
Okay.
So if they have any questions, they can directly.
All right. Okay.
Because we're trying to get all the other speakers to speak as well.
All right.
Sorry
Go ahead.
about that.
All right. So if you have any questions, I'll be over there.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Up next, we have Patricia Duran representing the bursar.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the invitation today. I'd like to give you some updates on some of the things we've been working on in the Office of the Bursar. October was a busy month for us. We rolled out 2 very exciting things that we'd like to let you know about. Thank you, Terry in IT. He helped us out with the online refund request for students. Students can go right online, type in their information, Bursar gets sent an email, and that business day we start working on your student refund. We didn't even announce it to the public, and we started getting the requests coming in, so we were very excited about that. Within the first 3 weeks, we had over 200 requests come in from the students. That was a really nice option. We've also offered a new international payment provider for our international students. It's called Flywire. It lets students pay with their international credit cards, which was an option they didn't have before, but it lets them pay in their home currency, which is very nice. So it's not being converted to dollars and then converted again. So they're being, it helps them save money that way. It lets students from China pay with WeChat and Alipay, which is very nice, which was not an option they had before. It also has a best price guarantee for students, so they can go out and shop, freeze those funds, and see how they want to send it. They can always cancel it, or if they get a better rate, then they can get a gift card, and they can submit that in through Flywire. So that's also very nice for our students. Another option we didn't have was to be able to do a refund to the student. We used to have Western Union. Now, if a student pays or a family member pays through Flywire, we can push the refund right back to them. It'll go straight back into that bank account through that method. So it really helps us get the money back and forth faster to the families. So we're very excited about that. We look forward to the next couple of months in the spring rolling out a few more options, the 529 payment plans for students. All of this can be done within your NYIT Connect account, and working with CashNet, our partner, to tweak some of the online student experiences. So we're very excited about that, and if anybody has any questions, you can always stop by. We can show you how to navigate it online. It's very easy. It pre-populates your information right from NYIT Connect. So stop in and we'll walk you right through it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please welcome Kristen Smith from the registrar.
Good afternoon. I'm Kristen Smith. I'm the registrar. I wasn't sure if all of you know exactly what the registrar does, so I'll just go through it really quickly. We process your enrollment verifications, your professional certifications, your degree verifications, transcripts. We collect grades. At NYIT, we do TAP certifications for your financial aid and veteran certifications. We put together the academic calendar, the course schedule, the final exam schedule. We provide data to faculty and staff and sometimes students. We review you all for graduation. We graduate you. We award you the diploma and everything involved with that. And then we have some special kind of side projects that we work on, and we do that for the global campuses as well. So I was asked to give an update on some of the projects that we're working on. One of the things, the degree audit at NYIT is called STAR. You all know it as STAR, the Student Advisement Report. We are looking to revitalize and revamp that because It seems as though it might not be as robust as it needs to be at this time, so we're looking at vendors and trying to determine who can provide us with the best solution. So at some point, that's a long-term project, you might see your degree audit change. A few months ago, we worked to provide automated transcripts. So we have the PDF transcript option. You can order your transcript as a PDF, but now you can order it anytime, on Saturday, on Sunday, at 11 o'clock at night, etc. And we have worked with IT to set it up so that it will automatically run. If you choose the electronic option, you can choose it on Saturday, let's say 10 a.m., and the recipient can have it by 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock. So there's less human intervention that's necessary there. We're also working with IT for AI, a chatbot to create for your mobile devices. That's a project we've just started. So for the more simple questions, who's my advisor, how do I order a transcript, where's this, where's that, we're implementing the chatbot technology. A small one is, and I'm looking for feedback and suggestions, so we put up an online suggestion box. It's on the registrar's webpage. You can get to it from your phone, your mobile device, or the website. If you have any suggestions, please feel free to let us know. And then a lot of the projects that we work on are outside of, they're not directly related to students, but indirectly. So just one that I wanted to let you know about that impacts your faculty is the change of attendance project. I've been talking about this a lot. So this one will directly impact students who are in online classes or who are taking a class that has an online component. If for some reason you're taken out of the class and you need to get back in, we're working on paperless technology that will allow the faculty to get you back into the class faster. So that's my update.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Up next, we have Barbara Multari from International Education.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I can't stand up because I have a bad back. So, pardon my back, which is bad. So, anyway, our office, which now is combined with experiential education, really our role is to manage and help international students who are in F1 or J1 status maintain their status while they're here in the United States. Unfortunately, it's following lots of rules and regulations from Department of Homeland Security. So we try to, make sure everybody does what they're supposed to do, international students. And the basic thing I tell international students is there's a lot of rules and regulations, but the most important is to be full-time every semester, fall, spring. It's really important, even if not just registering for full-time classes, but staying in your classes. Even if you think they might be failing, I always tell professors it's better to earn an F than to get a W, because if a student drops below full-time, that's jeopardizing their international student status, and that could be a problem for them. So right now we're in the middle of International Education Week, which is going on today, and at this moment we're having a Thanksgiving lunch over in the Bears Den. Hopefully lots of international students went there and are experiencing our traditional holiday. Also next week we have several faculty and staff have been generous to open their homes to international students for a traditional Thanksgiving dinner. So several, maybe about 39 or 40 international students are going to spend Thanksgiving with a faculty or staff member. We do a lot of things with employment. Students who graduate get to apply for what they call OPT, optional practical training. That's part of our job, helping students apply for that. And while they're here, they apply for CPT, which is curricular practical training, internships, which are really important. Unfortunately, I do know a lot of students want to discuss that, so if there's any question about CPT or internships, hold it, for the question time, because there are rules and regulations to follow for that. It's not as easy as going out and getting an internship and just doing it. So I think I've covered it all. We do lots of things. We sign I-20s for travel. We, besides employment, we know most of the rules and regulations, and I tell students, if you remember nothing about rules and regulations, just remember to be full-time and to not work without permission, because that's another big no-no in the world of the United States Department of Homeland Security. So, and that's about all I have to report. Thank you.
Thank you. Up next, we have Adrienne McNally representing Experiential Education.
Hello. Experiential education can be confusing. I get a lot of questions from people about that. And what it basically means, sort of as an umbrella term, is experiences that will complement your classroom experience. So you're probably familiar with some of the programs we run, which is an internship program, Consultants for the Public Good, which is a volunteer program, the Community Service Center, which works on civic, political, and electoral engagement, service learning. Some of you may have taken courses where you have done service and volunteering as part of the curriculum of the course that you're taking. And then quite soon on the Long Island campus, we are going to be debuting an after-school program where students can go and work with kids in kindergarten through 8th grade to work with mainly STEM-related activities, so that's science, technology, engineering, and math, to help our communities. So that's, I know that we're short on time, so those are my main programs, and I know there were some questions about internships that we will get to at the end. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Please welcome Alexandra Lore from Counseling and Wellness.
Hi, everyone. I know we're short on time, so we just want to really remind everyone, especially as we approach finals, it's a rough time of year for a lot of students. We are here to support you. We are here to help you. If you're experiencing some sort of crisis or you're confused about something or need support, please come see us. We're in the SAC on the 3rd floor. Just really briefly, we do have 2 new programs that we're really excited about. One is a new internship program. I have a social work intern who's a graduate student who is starting to see students, so we are able to accommodate more students who need help. And we also have our peer health educator program, which is really meant to act as a bridge between the students and us. They're there to help run programs, help spread awareness, help spread information. And if you're a student and you're looking for internship credit, that is an option. You have to speak with Joan O'Connor about that, and we'll be happy to help you get that. And next is Ashley Alisi.
Hi, so I'm Ashley Alisi. I am in charge of accessibility services, which is part of counseling and wellness, which I know a lot of people don't know. So accessibility services is for any student with any type of disability, temporary, physical, emotional, mental health, whatever it might be. You come through my office, register with our office, and we help set you up with any accommodations that you might need on campus. So it could be testing, classroom, things in the dorms, food, anything like that. You would come and register with our office. The other thing is we are very busy this time of the year, finals coming around, so if anybody thinks that they might need accommodations during this time, please reach out to me. We will get you set up with whatever accommodations that you might need.
Thank you. Please welcome Eduardo Rivera from the library.
All right, hello. Let me tell you a few things going on in the library. First off, any of the things that I talk about today, you can find at our library website. Please go to the library website to find out information on our hours, any of our policies, any of the services that we offer. We've just added this year a library classes link to the faculty that are in here, where the faculty can schedule the library instruction sessions, where I'm sure many of the students, I see a bunch of familiar faces in here, have had classes come into the library where we teach you on how to basically use the databases and how to research. We try to make these workshops, these classes, a bit more interactive and more workshop-y and a bit more dynamic, so they're not really to sort of sit there, chalk and talk, so we get you some hands-on on how to do library research. So that link's now on the website. Also on the website, you can find information on our Innovation Lab, which is right on the main floor in Worcester. The Innovation Lab is an area where we've got a lot of new technology. We've got 3D printers. We've got a 3D scanner. We just added a new 3D printer. There's a robotics workshop that comes in a couple times a week, and you'll see them working there. You also get information on any of the technology you can borrow, such as we have Raspberry Pis, Arduinos. We've got virtual reality, Oculus Rift stuff. So check out that link. Also, we've just recently in the Innovation Lab area, we've added a laptop kiosk where you can come swipe your card and borrow a laptop. You don't even need to interact with anybody. That may seem a little standoffish, but as some of you know, when we get closer to finals time, we don't close the library for a couple of weeks. We stay 24 hours. So now that's an option for you. Mainly it's just there to use the space, and we've got public safety manning the library, but now you can actually borrow a laptop while you're there. Also, we've added a lot more seating, so you've may seen some boxes and a little construction going on, but now we've got a lot more powered seating on the main floor and on the lower level of the library. We've been running a lot of events. One of our new librarians, Adriana Martinez, has been running a lot of library events. We had an open access workshop recently, a couple weeks ago. She runs a Twitter Chat Tuesday where she's live on Twitter, where she's discussing different research topics, or this week I think it was MLA citation, but you can actually interact with her and ask questions. Upcoming on the 29th, we've got a research workshop during Common Hour that Adriana is running. So please check the library website and the library e-news. You can get information on any of the workshops that we're running. And what else do I want to talk about here? I think that's pretty much it. The last thing I'd want to mention is our longest tenured librarian, Jeffrey Feinsilver, takes great pride in our bestsellers collection. If you come into the library, on the main floor, we've got a really blossoming bestseller collection. So if you're just looking for something to casually read, stop in at the library and browse the bookshelf there. And again, if you see us working at the reference desk and my head is down and I look busy, please interrupt me. Please ask me questions. I'm just bringing my work from the back out to the front. That's what the reference librarians are there for, to help you with your research. So stop in and ask us questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Last but not least, we have Andrew Crane to speak on behalf of the Residence Life.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I know we're short on time, but I already wrote my speech. Thank you, everybody. So I'm going to try to go through it quickly here. Before I begin, I want to start by thanking SGA for providing a space to share updates, challenges, and improvements openly to the students, faculty, and staff here at NYT. I also want to thank our RHA President, Jessica Polizzi, and our, fantastic, and our Hall Director of Operations, Aslan Oakman, for all our help today compiling the information. As I said, my name is Andrew Crane. I'm the Assistant Director of Residence Life, and I'll be speaking today on behalf of the Office of Residence Life. That sentence was in there. All right. So I'd like to start by discussing some improvements happening at the residence halls and addressing some student concerns. Many students had concerns about the state of the residence hall buildings. Thanks to support from the NYT administration, especially Dr. Foley, especially appreciating his support, we've been able to work hard to remedy as many of the major problems as we can. Students have brought up that there are leaks within their buildings, and NYT has brought in a professional roofing company who sealed the roofs on each of the buildings. In addition, a professional caulking company is now working to re-caulk the expansion joints along each of the buildings to further prevent those leaks. There have also been student concerns about bathroom maintenance, especially concerning mold or mildew. Residence Life has taken steps to remedy this. Firstly, air purifiers were installed in every suite earlier this semester to help improve the air quality. Now we are currently undergoing a bathroom tile restoration process. Every student's suite is getting the bathroom floor restored, removing any stains, odor, or bacteria from the tile. The bathroom floor will then be, there you go, sealed to prevent future buildup of dirt and or mildew. Additionally, the Office of Residence Life has recently acquired a new cleaning company that will begin servicing the residence halls regularly. The new cleaning company will increase the frequency of suite bathroom cleaning to every other week, as well as be responsible for cleaning all lounges, offices, interior and exterior of the buildings. So we're really excited about that as well. If any resident is having a maintenance issue, just again, shout out here, they are strongly encouraged to place a work order at our website, nytorl.com, to bring it to the immediate attention of our maintenance crew. Another student concern that has come to the attention of our staff is the aesthetics of the residence halls. The exterior of each building is currently being power washed. 2 student lounges have been set up with new furniture, computers, and wireless printers for student use. Our office is also beginning to roll out new furniture to the suite common areas. In addition, painting is being done in other lounges as well as on the exterior of the buildings. We're really excited about these improvements and hope they really have lasting effects on the state of the buildings. The Office of Residence Life is also working with transportation to update the shuttle bus schedule and improve communication to resolve service interruptions as well. Lastly, I'd like to bring attention to the work NYT Res Life is doing with SUNY dining on residence halls there. Our staff has been meeting monthly with campus dining over there to improve our dining experience. We've been able to extend hours for the takeout window during break periods for students who are staying in residence halls during those times. During the Thanksgiving break, we're really excited about this. We're working with NYT dining and SUNY dining as well to provide longer hours for the cafeteria, wrong sheet, there we go, and takeout window to be open as well, providing a Thanksgiving meal to our students for those of us who are staying with us for the holidays. So we're really excited about that as well. Yeah, thank you. It's a lot going on. It's a lot we're excited about. Really pumped about that. In addition, we've successfully advocated for our students who have specific dietary restrictions. The SUNY Dining Hall now adds more specific allergen information, and will even provide one-on-one walkthroughs with students who require information about allergens when they arrive at the cafeteria. The manager will walk them through that and explain each of them, which is really great, each of the foods there. SUNY Dining is also in the process of adding separate tongs for our students who want to ensure that they can avoid any kind of cross-contamination of any foods. So that's also really exciting. We'd love to know how we continue to assist. I'd like to encourage any student with questions or concerns to reach out to our office, Office of Residence Life. Feel free to stop by the Bear Lair or again visit our website, nytorl.com. Students can also can visit the website to register for guest passes, reserve study rooms, and we also have a 24/7 architecture lounge that students have access to as well. Your continuous feedback really helps us out, so we appreciate it. Thank you all for your attention. Time. Not too fast, not too fast.
Thank you so much to all the panelists for speaking. You really helped us understand more about what you have to offer to this campus and what updates you have to offer. Right now, we'll be accepting as many questions as time allows. So if any students have questions, please raise your hand. Yes?
My name is Alexander D'Amato. I'm representing the School of Architecture and Design over at the far end of campus, Education Hall. We do want to thank facilities and maintenance for the road improvements. The West Road is one of our biggest concerns. Streets back there, potholes create a hazard situation. You have to drive down that especially at night. One of the questions that we have is, as part of the road improvements, will better visibility be included in that upgrade or in that repaving? Either the better reflective striping or some type of a guardrail system that might be less visibly offensive than the steel one that's there. Some sort of a method that gives us the ability as drivers to be able to know the sides of the road, especially in adverse weather conditions at night, because we have no ability to put lights back there because of the restrictions of the town and our neighbors. If there was something that could just respond to the driver as opposed to always being present, that might be able to increase the safety of that road, that would be something that the students that have to travel that on a daily basis would be very, very interested in seeing.
Ironically, you bring that topic up because I just responded to an email on the same topic. Along the side of the road, we will be adding small sign posts with reflectors on them. Many of them are down, as they are now. Once we go through it, obviously we're going to be tearing them up as we do the work. We will replace them, we're going to add them. That will give you more of a peripheral as you're traveling down the road.
Exactly. Some type of a zone where there's pavement versus not.
That is all incorporated into the RFP to do the work.
Perfect. Okay. Also to the facilities, the roof repairs that have been listed
inverted umbrella, has changed locations and is now gone to other positions. I'm just wondering if the continued group work on campus will potentially include Education Hall to stop the leaking that's happening.
Actually, yesterday, the director of design and construction was in there for doing a walkthrough with engineering, three engineering firms and the team on a total building envelope condition assessment. Once we get that total envelope building condition assessment, we will then be able to have a better idea to move forward exactly what are the needs, where they need to go,
The
and
scale
from
of
there, and the scale of building.
Perfect. Okay. That is ultimately in the dealing with stretched windows and inconsistent
The whole
temperature and all that other kind of stuff. That would be it for us.
Okay, thank you so much. If you could make your questions a little shorter and your responses a little shorter so we can get in as many as possible, that would be great. And if we cannot answer your question, please contact sgaow@nyit.edu with your questions, and we will direct them to the correct department. I'll repeat that, sgaow@nyit.edu. So are there any more questions? Yes?
Hi, my name is Bursar. I'm from the music club. Which one? And this is also directed towards facilities. I personally am here, I get here when it's dark and I leave when it's dark. And I park in the north lot, and sometimes it can be very dangerous walking from the north lot to the academic quad, partly because between the third and second there's no sidewalk. And when people are leaving here at night and they're speeding down the parking lot, there's no sidewalk for people to go through. So us people walking from the cars up to the quad or back have to go through that one part, or we have to slip on the grass when it's wet outside. Could there be some sort of sidewalk installed and some lighting so we can have better safety at night?
I thank you for the suggestion. So we will look into improving the sidewalk, and while we're doing the lighting plan, we'll take a look at it. Okay? And for those, everybody on campus, just a reminder, please slow down. It's 15 miles an hour, not 45. All right?
Thank you. Are there any other questions? Yes.
This is more directed towards residents' life and in regards to the buses. Would it be possible for residents to get perhaps an app to know where the buses will be at all times?
Hi, this is Ajay Lokman, Hall Director of Operations. Actually, I am working with the bus company Red Carpet on this project. Currently, I'm in touch with the Air GPS. That's what they will be using. We have worked with Bill Marchand and CNN to update our schedules. Right now, whatever you see on the bus stop, that's up to date. Repeating, it's up to date. And soon, we are going to have a demonstration TV up in the residence hall to show us where are the buses. You will be able to track real-time buses. Where are they going? And we are working on this with Mike Marcus. He's not here today, but thank you for Red Carpet.
Just shout out to Red Carpet.
Did it answer though? Good?
Okay, yeah.
I think it's good.
Certain areas of campus are a little bit dated and frankly unaesthetically pleasing. Is there any going to be like way to start renovating those areas?
Do you have any specific areas in mind?
Like the academic quad, some of the hallways, the main entrance sign.
Okay. What type of renovations would you like to see?
Like the quad in the summer, there's not like a lot of shading, so it gets really hot. And then it's just...
Okay. I think this is something facilities can answer, potentially.
I'll briefly, on behalf of my, I don't think I need that. On behalf of my colleagues in design and construction, the academic quad, as you all well know, we're planning.
Mic check, and I'm here with Dr. Foley, the president of the university. Can you hear me? I'm checking my mic. Am I clear? Should we move further toward the door? Oh, I'm getting a countdown. I guess that's a no. Hi, I'm Emily with Globesville, and I'm here with Dr. Foley, president of NYIT. Dr. Foley, tell us a little bit about your career at the university.
Sure. I started on June 1st, 2017, and I'll be finishing the first year and a half of my term at the end of November.
Amazing. And well, I know we heard a lot just in this forum, but what are some of the changes and improvements that you might feel or you're most happy that have here on campus?
I'm proud of all of them. I think we're putting students first, right? We're really trying to improve every aspect of the student experience as quickly as we can. I'm very proud of the fact that we took a terrible situation in the dormitories and we're making it better pretty quickly. That was very urgent and we needed to get on it, and we did. It was a surprise. I didn't know how bad things were until the students started to re-arrive here in August and we learned it. But then so on down the line, you know, we're trying to put technology back in. We're trying to have a large T in NYIT. And you heard it today, some of the new initiatives. To the food trucks, to the, you know, the DL classrooms and so on.
Absolutely. Thank you. Are there any you feel like sharing specifically for our campus that anything that excites you the most?
Well, I think the whole master plan, right? Building, I was a commuter student. I know what it's like to be a commuter. We need a building where commuters can sit down, where they can socialize, where they can have lunch, where it can have student organizations, things that will help to connect them, essentially. And I also think Whistler redoing Whistler. And then you may or may not soon.
With that, as a graduate student, I have one big question that wasn't brought up in the forum. Graduate students, how do we get graduate students a little, especially because a lot of us are commuting? You know, we maybe are a little bit more isolated than how do you include graduate students?
Well, we probably need to create some sort of graduate student council, and we probably need to get that going soon so we can hear what some of the issues are and just be connected so that we know. Students are different, obviously. Graduates, they're very goal-oriented, very specifically focused on getting their degree. But still, there are things we can do better, I'm sure.
Sure, thank you. Just one last, a little bit difficult question, important to ask. With some recent concerns of our generation and in our time, like shootings, problems with harassment in school settings, what are the things that the university has been doing?
Yeah, so a big concern of mine, actually, arrived, both at the Manhattan campus and also here in Westbury. Right. First and foremost, security, right? We're open campuses. So we've looked at that. We're going to get consulting help on that and advice on how we can be sure that we're safe. Civility is incredibly important. And I think realizing that, you know, everyone deserves respect, right? And based on integrity and trust, right? And having that across the board for everyone is very important. We have a diversity. Biggest issues are equity and inclusion.
Yes.
Because we already are in every way, but very diverse.
Oh, sure.
So inclusion, I think, is important in equity.
Amazing.
We're working on that.
That sounds like a wonderful response to making sure that our is an amazing one.
That's what it's all about. That's what we do. We produce student experiences. That's our product.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time, Dr. Foley.
Thank you. All right. Thanks. I hope that went okay.
Yes.
Isn't that great?
No, that's perfect. Yeah. I think that was amazing.
Ready? Oh, yeah.
Have a good day. Get home safe in the snow. All right. Yes. Oh, yeah.
the show must go on. Are they going to signal me the mic check? Okay. We just had a wonderful interview with the president of the university. Okay. That solves the mystery of the two mics. With the president of the university. Sound check 1, 2. Are you hearing me? No, sorry. Excellent. Okay. Okay. We're good? Switch? Sorry.
It's okay.
Gotta get my good side. We're getting the countdown. Hi, I'm Emily with Globesville again, and we have a second very important leader here at our university to talk to. So introduce yourself, please, for us.
Hi, Emily. My name is Robert Rizzuto. I'm the Director of Dining Services.
Amazing, Robert. I have a few questions for you. The first came up at the forum today. We love the food truck idea, and we wanted to know if there's any way that you think that we could spread the word a little bit more to the far ends of the campus on these food truck opportunities and when they're coming and where they'll be parked.
That's a great question, and one of the challenges that we have had is communicating out into the campus. And we're working right now, Diana Potenti, who is our liaison between campus dining and the students, faculty, and staff, is working with Devin Demlino. And what he's doing for us, he's out on social media. And if you sign up through social media, he's trying to get the word out there to, for instance, about the food truck or anything exciting or new that we may be doing on campus.
That's amazing. Would you say that when the food trucks come, like do they park in several locations, or do they usually are at one spot, or what?
Well, we're trying. That's a great question as well, because we've been asked if they could move around campus.
Right.
And the halal truck, unfortunately, is a trailer. So he backs it in with a truck, and he's parked. I met with him actually yesterday to see if he can move around a little bit. It's very difficult for him. But in the future, what we're looking for is food trucks that can drive from spot to spot. Now, the vegan vegetarian,
I saw it on the way
yes,
in.
he can spot if we want him to. So those are the type of food trucks that we're looking for in the future, not the trailer type.
Perfect. That sounds like a great alternative. The second question, as comm arts students, we spend a lot of time in MidCar, and we heard you mention a little bit about maybe some of the ideas or options that you've been looking into for MidCar. So I was just curious if you could expand a little bit about the plans for MidCar.
Sure. I want to go backwards for a minute, and I didn't mention this inside, is that the food truck idea was the president's idea. The president came to me and said to me, what about food trucks on campus? So the president deserves all the credit on that.
Amazing.
As far as MidCar, so we had a great meeting with the students down there, and what I like about it is that they're very open and very vocal about what their needs are, which it should be. So the Avenue C concept, are you familiar with that? Have you?
So is that what's in Ed Hall, where there's a system and you put in your information and you can buy? Yes.
Yes. The selection in MidCar has a smaller population, from what I understand when we met. So there's a smaller version called the nano version. Basically, what it is that it represents beverages, coffee, fresh bean to cup coffee, salads, snacks, things like that. It's just a smaller version. So that's what we're looking to do in MidCar.
Perfect. Where would it be in MidCar?
You know, on the basement level where the snack machines are right now, that's a perfect location. We have to talk to facilities because we need a water line. Right. And there's restrooms across the way, so I think that we could possibly pull the water line from the men's room.
It seems perfect out of the way. It's a perfect little nook.
And I'll also tell you about that is that we're going to do is Ed Hall has been open for about a month now. We're going to get together with the students down there in a forum like we did at the medical school, sit down and ask them, do you like this collection? Anything that you want to see there? And the company that's running it, which is Canteen, will sit with them and they'll see if they can kind of revise any of the product to please the students.
Amazing. I think that there have been a lot of positive things that we have seen as the student body with the food. My very last question, and one that's probably a little bit difficult, is what measures do you guys take to ensure that quality of the food stays consistent? Know that I've heard that a lot from my fellow students.
Okay, well, that's a great question. I go out to eat. When I go out to eat, do I want to make sure that the food quality is being safely handled? Well, we just met last week because it's been in the news a lot about food safety and how are they handling it. It starts from the purchasing. Okay, so we're very particular on who we purchase from. Delivery, making sure that it's delivered in refrigerated trucks. In the door, goes right into storage, safe storage, refrigeration, freezer, if there's frozen product, to taking it out, thawing it properly, to handling. A big part of this is the food handling and how the chefs and cooks handle the food as well. So we talk a lot about that. We do secret shoppers, so we go from place to place to place, and we watch how the food is being handled.
That's awesome.
So the other part too is when the food is actually put out, we got to make sure that it's sitting, not sitting out too long, because there's a HACCP we call it, but safe handling of foods held above a certain temperature need to be held only for a certain time. Foods below temperature, cold, only should be held at that refrigerated time, like the salad bars and things like that. So we do spot checks on that as well.
That's amazing, and I know it's very comforting to know and hear, your knowledge and your expertise on this, and to know that we're being served the very best quality of nutrition, and that you guys are focused on giving us always more options and accommodating our needs. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Moving on, I am glad to have the organizer of this wonderful event, the Student Government Association president. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I learned earlier. Vasiharan Sukamaran.
Absolutely on point.
Amazing. I'm Emily with Globesville, and it's wonderful to have you. Can you tell us a little bit about the history or the background of these forums, how it started, and if you've seen a growth in them from semester to semester, from year to year?
Okay. First of all, I want to thank Globesville for doing a splendid job once again. As far as history goes, Globesville has been with us since day one, covering every single event as well. Town Hall basically started for students to express their issues or concerns that they have with NYIT. But it was mostly tailored towards academics. So we'd have like different schools. The School of Engineering and Computer Science host a forum, management, health sciences, and students would come there, speak freely about any issues that they have, and we'd present it at Town Hall to the deans and chairs of each of these departments.
Gotcha.
But over time, we changed it up, because when it came to this event, people would bring up a lot more student services issues. So that's why for the first time ever, we decided to have a student services town hall in the fall and an academic town hall in the spring.
That makes so much. All of the concerns, both academic and student lifestyle, which are both equally important. Have you felt that the forums have effectively addressed the concerns of the students? Like, have you seen action taken after the forums, or have you heard in terms of feedback from town halls?
Even without town halls, we get feedback throughout the semester. We get, like for example, you just had Campus Dining's Director Robert Rosito speak. We have them come to Senate as well, collect issues or concerns they have throughout the entire year. But our work doesn't stop even when town hall ends. Every single department, and including the issues that were brought up by the students during open floor, will be forwarded to the respective departments, and they're going to make sure that they follow through. And I've been doing this for the past 3 years, and I've seen gradually. It might not be rapid to take effect, but with time, you see every single thing take shape and form into something much more amazing for the students here at NYIT.
Well, thank you so much. We are super grateful for your time, for your organization, for every effort that you make to make NYIT a better place for us as students. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You as well. Thank you so much for joining us today at Town Hall, the open forum for NYIT students, where we got to talk and touch on some important issues to student life. Everything from academic advisement to the bursar to food on campus and our safety. From the very president, we got to hear some important information about our safety here on campus. Stay tuned to Globesville for more information and more content about NYIT.